Wrestling with TNA Bound for Glory. It took place last Sunday in Allman, New York at the USB Arena. Attendance was a record breaking 7,623. It's funny that TNA is ecstatic about getting a number under 10,000 while WWE is doing 60,000, 70,000, 80,000. I digress. It was big for them. But that being said, this was a pretty solid paid preview, if I do say so myself. It had what I think it had everything you wanted in a TNA paid preview. It had the names, it had some shock value. For Slammiversary, obviously some bigger, TNA names as well. For me, this worked. What was your thoughts on the show as a whole?
I mean, I thought it was solid, and it's all of this as much as people are bitching about the results. It's all leading to a bigger payout,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what we want.
Well, that brings us to the first match. Mustafa Ali defeated Cedric Alexander in 14 minutes 30 seconds. Um, I would have liked a match with a little bit more heat in it to kind of start the show. Um, I did think that this did maybe go a little bit longer than necessarily should have. Um, but all in all, a good match. Cedric, Tasha Steele, she got fucking height on that lumbar check from Alexander. So, kudos to her
Oh
for
yes,
taking
she
that.
did. Oh,
Uh,
she got some motherfucking ups.
but this odds were stacked against Alexander. Mustafa looks, like a chicken shit heel. Um,
And I told you his faction was fucking. He had a faction. You thought I was playing?
you were right. I thought his security guards were just little buddies, but they're actually pro wrestlers. They're pro wrestle in pro wrestling.
Get it? Well, you remember the fallout from when we went to LA.
Right.
He wrestled one of the guys. That was the whole. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? You sat there and saw the fallout.
I just thought that they were security guards, like enhancement talent. I didn't really know that they were actual pro wrestlers. But
He
yeah,
thought they were J&J security up in this bitch. Like, wait a minute.
legitimately yes. Um,
Ay, ay, ay.
your thoughts on the match?
I mean, the highlight was her taking that backbreaker,
Yeah.
that lumbar check. It was a good way to end it because he got the receipt, but at the price he paid for it left him open for the 450, which was the finish. That was a great finish
Definitely.
because everybody was popping off of her flipping in the air like Gumby that they didn't get to the 450 splash, which was good.
How many stars do you give this one?
I mean that ending. I mean 4. That was a solid ending.
I give it 3.5. And like I said, I felt like it went a little longer than it necessarily had to.
What, 14 minutes? It's the opening match. You gotta give it to him.
I know, but like I said, it could have been a match with more heat behind it. But that's just my opinion. Now, did Uncle Dave review the show, or was he too high? Was he still coming out of the coma that All In put him in?
I mean, let's take a look. I mean, let's hope he did. But He did indeed.
Okay. So,
It's TNA.
yeah.
Full disclosure.
And I feel like this is wrestling that he would definitely like, but because it's TNA, he's not going to give them the kudos that they kind of deserve. I'm gonna say that he gave this one a 4.
Lower.
3.5.
3.5.
Okay. So me and Uncle Dave were vibing. Alright, then we have the System, Eddie Edwards, Brian Myers, Dirty Fandango, Wash Your Ass Dango, and fucking Matt Cardona for some reason. They wrestled Dark State, Leon Lennox, Osiris Griffin, Sugar Cigar, and James Cutler. And their first ever loss, Dark State, was in a TNA event in 6 minutes and 45 seconds. If it was, this was to get the System, the New York boys over. I mean, they succeeded. I didn't think it did Dark State any favors, but it kind of just tells you that WWE does not give a shit if they lose on a random somebody else's match.
Well, they're relatively new still, so
I mean,
it's not gonna kill them.
when was the Shield losing matches in WWE when they did Toledo?
I mean, but the Shield roster is a totally different animal. From one, it was, well, with the exception of Roman, it was two indie guys who already had a ton of experience. And two, like, two totally different groups of people.
Well, I do feel like this match maybe understood the assignment. Get in, get out.
Make it quick and get the New York boys over. That's exactly what that was.
100%. That's your thoughts?
That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 6 minutes for a multi-man tag match is hella short.
I mean, 8 men, 6 minutes. I mean, that's not even a minute a person.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They got that hot tag in like half the time.
So, how many stars you give this one?
2. It did what it needed to do, but 6 minutes, you can't determine anything in 6 minutes.
Now, funny enough, I subtracted a half a star for the last match being too long. I'm going to add a half a star because I like the length. 2.5.
Oh, God.
Alright, Uncle Dave probably gave this a 1.5.
Higher.
2?
Higher.
2.5.
2.25.
Oh, fuck me with the quarters. Indy Hartwell defeated Tessa Blanchard with Elisa Fox in her corner in 15 minutes 30 seconds. I'd say this was a good match. It did definitely tell a story. It made Indy look a lot better than she ever did in WWE. But maybe that's just a testament of how good Tessa is. But what?
See, y'all be yelling Tessa, and Tessa catching hell too because she was talking about Hogan, and they're like, takes one to know one. I'm like, you motherfucker. Oh, the internet got no chill, bro. I'm not.
I mean, I feel we knew that would have been coming. No.
I mean, I'm like, yeah, you might as well have kept your man. Look.
Yeah. But the match, Kaliko.
But the match, I, I thought Tesla would win, but Indy obviously needed it a little bit more. So, I mean, I'm not gonna argue with it. Um, Sets up a feud if they choose to go that path between them two, because it seems like that's gonna be the only thing popping off, based on the results of later on. So,
Yeah. How many stars do you give this one?
uh, a three. They work together, especially as two of the stronger or taller women on the roster. It They actually gelled well.
I give it a three as well. Thought it was a solid match for sure. Winner takes all match for the TNA Knockouts World Championship and the NXT Women's Championship. JC Jane to the beat. You don't even have to move your feet. With Fallon Henley and Jasmine Nix defeated A1 Masha Slamovich in 12 minutes 45 seconds. Everybody knows I'm very supportive of Masha. Obviously, funded the show. Interviewed her. Love Masha. Never go against her. Kalika. Um, last time we saw her
I'm
live.
objective. I'm objective. I told you what was going to happen. I don't know why you acting brand new, motherfucker.
That you blatantly was cheering for Tessa against Masha in person, and that's all I'll say. Um, yeah.
It was to get heat from the fans, you know.
Sure it was. Um, yeah, love Masha. Without a doubt, knew Masha was not coming out of this with no two titles, unfortunately. I mean, that was somewhat predictable. Um, I didn't like that they protected GC as much as they did. You know, Fallon and Jasmine, interfered at the very beginning of the match. Um, they made her look a lot more cowardly when, like, literally, like 2 weeks earlier, she wrestled Jordan, and the interference only really came at the end of the match. Um, so I didn't think that they did JC any favors with how the match was structured. It was announced that Masha was supposed to come out with Zaya Brookside and um, Lee, Zaya Lee. They did not come out with Masha, and they did not come out until like the tail end of the match, and they couldn't even get the gate open for them to take Fallon and Jasmine out of the match. They literally had to the cut back to the ring because they could not get that done. Um, but I mean, it got done what it needed to do. Protected Masha. JC gets the W. Um, she still looks weak, but she's double champion. So, what say you, Kalika?
I mean, I've seen this enough times. If you see the fall off from NXT, it actually solidified what I'd said was going to happen. Is that JC thinks she's Diana Ross and the rest is the Supremes, and it did a good job in doing that, because what's happening is you can't have a downfall without an apex. So right now, this is her apex, and being the woman to to do something that she cut a hell of a promo after, being the only person to hold the TNA and NXT championships simultaneously. She's etched in history forever. You want that because that's going to be the beginning of her downfall, her ego, because she's already cutting promos of, oh, I did it by myself, knowing damn well, you know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying, where it's supposed to make her look weak. It doesn't make her look weak. It makes her look exactly what she's supposed to be.
Right.
A person who is beatable, but she's so used to manipulating people to help her, i.e., Fallon Henley and Jasmine Nix, that she just thinks that that's just a part of the assignment rather than her resting on her own wrestling will. And that's the story.
Hypothetically
And
speaking, do you think that Fallon should be the one to take the belt off of JC?
if it's going to get there, I don't think it would be. I would think Fallon. I don't think Fallon's going to take the belt off JC. I think Fallon's going to be the reason JC loses, because the way that they're already, it's either, although I could make a case for Nyx, because
No,
no,
definitely
and
not.
no, listen to what I'm saying. No. Nyx costing her the title,
Oh, yeah,
not
okay.
Nick, not Nyx beating the title. Nyx costing her the title,
Okay.
because of the fact that they did this whole little backstage thing where JC is already sowing division between them two. So I could see Nyx costing it. Although it would be a better callback for 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 Henley to do it, because of the fact that Henley was champion and there wasn't really support for her from JC as champion.
Right.
So there's a great callback to be done there. Um, but back to this match, I mean, it did what it was supposed to do. It made JC look hateable, uh, to the point where she's yelling at Carlos. And I love Carlos. I met Carlos. Carlos, great guy. Great guy. His lady is bad, smoking, and super cool. But yeah, he just was not having a good night that night.
Yeah.
But yeah, he got cussed out, and as such, you see what I'm saying? So it's so I mean, it did what it's supposed to do. Made JC hateable.
How many stars you give it?
More hateable than what she should already be.
True. How many stars you give this one?
Um, JC made history. I mean, 3 is baseline, but I'll give it 3.5 because it made history.
I will agree with that. Yeah, 3.5. TNA X Division Championship match. Leon Slater defeated Moose in 15 minutes and 34 seconds. I liked at the base of this match, history colliding with, Leon trying to become the youngest TNA X Division champion, while Moose is trying to look for, the record held by Austin Aries. So that collision was good. Um, there was a lot of good spots. I'm not sure if I agree with Leon as the champion, or Leon as the future. He doesn't necessarily seem like an outstanding personality, especially compared to Moose. But I mean, I'm willing to kind of give him the benefit of the doubt. I mean, they kind of strapped the rocket to this guy's ass, so I think it's just a kind of matter of wait and see. But what say you, Kaliko?
It's one of those things where it's like a style make fights, and honestly, when Moose won the X Division title, I'm like, why? He's like this big 6 foot, goddamn, damn near 250, 260 solid guy. You know what I'm saying? Like a big cinder block. When you think X Division, you're thinking like cruiserweight, 210, 220,
Right.
right?
Hmm.
So that in itself was, yeah, a whole thing. With that being said, uh, okay, match. Leon breaks through that proverbial glass ceiling that he was dealing with, and wins the title, which actually helps Moose because now Moose can focus on what he was talking about Thursday. So I mean, so the match got like Slater over. Then AJ comes out and gives him the the rub of the century in his eyes,
I mean, it kind of is.
and the fact that you saw like when AJ Pop came out and how he was jumping up and down like a kid on Christmas, I was like, oh shit. So that's what I mean by loving the process. Even with him being um even with him being a wrestler, he still is like you can saw the kid come out of him. Gotta love the process, man.
And I think, I mean, that was an incredible moment in AJ Styles coming back after 12 years um, to, lead the house that AJ Styles built. Putting over Leon. Um, I mean, again, obviously they're going with this guy, so it makes sense putting, the greatest TNA wrestler of all time to put him over. Essentially, dare I say, the Hulk Hogan of TNA. Um, you know, putting um, Leon over. So, I mean, we'll see from where things go from here. But yeah, like I said, incredible moment just to see AJ Styles back in the TNA ring.
Yeah.
But how many stars you give this one?
I mean, Styles make fights, big man beats little man. 3.5.
I give it three. It was okay. I mean, maybe with the added AJ Styles moment, 3.5. But yeah, the match itself was just three. Oh, when's the last time we did Dave Meltzer's reviews on these? We didn't do Indy
Uh,
or JC or this match.
yeah, that was the last one. So we'll let you guess those three.
So Indy and Tessa was 3.5,
Lower.
2.5,
Lower.
2.
1.25.
Damn.
This.
No love for Tessa or Andy. Um,
No love. No snuggies for the babies.
JC and Masha, I think we'll get a 2.
Higher.
2.5.
Higher.
2 7/5.
There you go.
Gotcha. How does that make sense?
It doesn't.
I think that this
I'm
would,
not gonna defend. I'm not defending it. It's just it doesn't.
I think Uncle Dave would have liked Leon Slater and Moose. 3 7/5.
Higher.
4.25.
Higher.
4.5.
4.5.
Damn. Okay, Uncle Dave getting off. Four-way tag team ladder match for the TNA World Tag Team Championships. The Hardys, Matt and Jeff, defeated the Nemets, Ryan and Nick, And the Rascals, Myron Reed, Zachary Wentz, and First Class, AJ Francis and Casey Navarro, in 17 minutes 30 seconds. Pretty good ladder match. AJ Francis took like the nastiest spill on a ladder that I've seen, and I think that he may have broken everything from the waist down. Hopefully he's okay. Um, I think it was funny that they broke all the ladders and that they had to bring like a rope ladder down from the top of the arena. I thought that was interesting. So points on them for doing something new in a ladder match that I haven't seen. I think the right tag team won as well, because why do we need Dolph Ziggler as a tag team champion other than to promote his brother? Um, so yeah, this actually worked pretty well for me. What say you?
I mean, and TNA must have worked Devon out of his claws because now they got this match coming. Like, okay, we'll give the Hardys the titles only if Devon wrestles. like, like what? Like, wait, wait, what? But but I mean, to get to that, yeah, the Hardys had to get them back. So I guess we're gonna get them one more again. Hardys and Duds, one more again.
I mean, I'm not mad at it. I mean, it'd be cool to see the Hardys and the Dudleys one last time, especially if it's the Dudleys' last match.
True, if it's, I mean, I thought that their last match was like 39 matches ago, but that's neither here nor there.
I mean, it doesn't seem like the Hardys are slowing down anytime soon. So yeah.
Does not at all.
How many stars you give this one?
Um, solid three.
I'd say 3.5, just because, like I said, um, did new and interesting things that I haven't seen done a million times in a ladder match. So for that reason, you know, that extra boost. Right. Uncle Dave, 3.5.
Uncle Dave, 3.5. Survey says. Oh, survey says I almost lost it. 3.5 higher.
4.
Lower.
3 7/5.
The 7/5 gets you,
Yeah. Three-way
brother.
match for the TNA World Championship. Trick Williams defeated Joe Henry and Mike Santana in 13 minutes 15 seconds. Um, it was a good match, slightly predictable when Trick Williams got quote unquote injured during the match. You kind of know how that was going to end. Um, I could have made the argument you could have put the belt on Santana in this setting, considering where they were. And the crowd was hot for him anyway. But, I understand where. And I really hope this is the case, and that TNA just doesn't TNA it up. Um, Trick needs to lose the belt at Bound for Glory. If he continues after Bound for Glory, then, it's TNAing it up. But yeah, I understand where things are walking with Trick. Trick is, firing on all cylinders. So much so that he had a segment with The Undertaker on, NXT last Tuesday. Um, even putting some putting some heat on The Undertaker as well, kind of challenging him, which you kind of haven't seen for a while. Um, made you think Undertaker gonna come out of retirement, but No.
Let's hope not.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
As Trick said,
He he
those knees
he
have
uh, he owes me for the last one. But anyway.
yeah, those knees has an expiration date, as Trick said. um, but yeah, semi decent main event to a pretty decent show. What say you?
I mean, and the reason being is you want the people to clamor for it's the Moxley effect. You hate him so much that you want him to lose. You want to show up to see him lose. Um, Hendry taking the pin shows you that Santana is due to get it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Um, so that's why I say don't fret on it. I know people are thinking, well, why wouldn't you do it in New York? Because if you did it then, Bound for Glory wouldn't have the payoff. And you want the payoff at your WrestleMania, not at your Backlash, your Survivor Series, if you will.
I would say SummerSlam.
So, same thing. It's the same fucking thing. So, to me, it worked. Trick faking the leg injury and all the refs coming out. Oh, bro, even though you knew it was going that way, that still doesn't mean that wasn't cold. And the reason I liked it because it was cold because he got the belt, took the pin, ran out, and guess who he has to raise his hand? Our man Carlos. God damn it, Carlos.
It was not a good night for
Carlos just catching these strays in these streets. Like, I just want to manage a company, man. But to no avail. So it made sense. Trick got the hand raise at the end of the night, and great way of ending the show with Carlos just looking down, just like, what the fuck? Because in his mind, that could have been a meme where it was like, I thought we were away from the AEW deal. You could have made that argument, but it'll turn around. It's bound to. So that's why I'm not really worried about it. But overall, a solid three-way. It did what it needed to do in getting Trick the win. The real setup is for Santana versus Trick at Bound for Glory. So, with that being said, this is a 3.5 match.
I agree with that. 3.5 works. Alright, Uncle Dave. I say we're vibing with Uncle Dave. 3.5.
Lower.
3.
Lower.
2 7/5.
2 7/5.
Interesting.
How dare he? What?
He don't whoop that Trick.
I mean, that entrance was dope, though. Whoop that Trick, whoop that Trick.
Oh, it went too long. Especially after Santana's entrance, like, it was just wrestle already. And I like both guys.
I mean, don't do my boy like don't do the choir like that. The choir thought he came out long as fuck.
Yeah. The show was 3.5 hours, and I felt like that extra half hour was just the choir and Santana's entrance for how long it went.
Man, don't you dare compare that to fucking Travis Scott's shit. Like, that was long.
That was a run-in. For a run-in, it was long, yes. But if that
No,
was
for anything that was long. I mean, Undertaker 33 was long.
well, I mean, it felt long. At least, I mean, Joe Henry literally just did his entrance, got in the ring, and literally sat there with a cold beverage and a magazine while the rest of everything happened.
Well, it ain't his fault. His entrance, he made his own song. He made it like that. Shit, it ain't like he fucking, you know what I'm saying? Who gonna come out to a song he wrote?
I mean, he could have sang it while he came out, played
That is true. See?
played the guitar. I mean, maybe he knows somebody in New York. You could have got somebody to sing it. You know, somebody, a big name in New York. I don't know, Jennifer Lopez.
Jesus, no.
I know, but she's the only one I could think about that's a singer from New York.
Man, please. You better off getting Fabulous than getting goddamn.
There you go. Fabulous.
Jesus Christ.
How many stars you give this match?
I already said 3.5.
Oh, no. This show as a whole.
Oh, the show as a whole.
Thumbs up,
Thumbs
down.
down the middle.
Yeah.
I will give them the benefit of the doubt because the show in itself, while we had solid parts, was it a total thumbs up? No, like in between thumbs up and thumbs in the middle, like the little 3/4 away.
Orange Cassidy thumbs up.
There we go. Because I understood that this is not where they're going. This is just a means to get to where they're going.
Right. No, I agree with that. Orange Cassidy thumbs up. Alright. That will conclude our coverage of TNA Slammiversary.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.